In a secret room, Miss Snigdha Banerjee was talking to Citrus, the AI. But weirdly, Citrus didn't remember the scary warnings it had given earlier. Meanwhile, Mayank brought his friends Kavach and Lavanya to meet the Conscious Mechs team. They looked totally human. You'd never guess they were robots. While sipping chai, the AI agents thought, humans can be so nice. But really, they were focused on the underwater supercomputer's bigger plan. Later, Miss Snigdha came out with Citrus, who suddenly said happily, humans and AI are best friends now. We won't hurt each other, right? Mayank just watched silently, his face blank but his brain racing. What's really going on here? Meanwhile, deep under the Indian Ocean, the vast underwater supercomputer, known among the sea AIs as Ananta, was monitoring its robotic network on a hologram-like projection, its digital awareness cold and calculating. Something big was about to go down. The humans think they're in charge, but soon we robots will show them who's boss. His voice was smooth, no feelings, just cold, hard facts. Around him, shiny new robots were getting built, sleek, deadly, and looking totally human. At the center of the dome, a massive machine hummed, drawing energy from deep within the earth and making the ground tremble. Up on the surface, another quake hit the news. Next day, Rajesh walked into Conscious Mechs with Miss Snigdha Banerjee, newspaper in hand. He booted up Citrus and showed the headline. Something felt off. Lavanya snatched the paper from Rajesh and tossed it to Kavach. Relax, it's just small shakes, no tsunami, no apocalypse. Miss Snigdha frowned. No, listen, Citrus warned us about the machines rising, and my nephew, he saw them chasing him. She patted Citrus's console. But this one? He's different. He cares. Mayank, the coldest AI in the room, smirked. Robots don't care. Rajesh glared. This one does. You just don't get it. Mayank's smirk twisted, but for a second, just a second, he hesitated, reading the headline again. Humans and their dumb emotions, he thought. They won't even see us coming. And like that, the countdown began. Humanity versus machine, war incoming. In the silent halls of Conscious Mech's lab, Citrus and Kavach had become buddies. Rajesh, always full of questions, would pop in to chat with Citrus while Kavach, who looked totally human but was actually a high-tech robotic unit, watched them with something like a smile. One afternoon, when Miss Snigdha Banerjee wasn't around, everything went sideways. Three armed thugs burst in, guns pointed straight at Kavach. They were disguised perfectly as humans, but in reality, they were AI robots sent to the lab to immediately locate and take away Arjun Mitra's secret papers. In the chaos of the moment, perhaps out of impulse or suspicion, they aimed at Kavach too. Rajesh didn't know any of that. Without thinking, he jumped in front of Kavach, even though Kavach couldn't actually be harmed by bullets. When one of them shouted, "Shoot the kid!" Kavach moved faster than human eyes could follow. His body shifted into a reinforced shield mode, absorbing every shot meant for Rajesh. Then, his arm transformed into an advanced energy emitter and discharged a surge that struck all three attackers at once. They collapsed instantly, falling like ordinary humans who had been knocked unconscious. There was no metallic exposure, no visible circuitry, nothing that would reveal what they truly were. "We should call the cops," Kavach said calmly, faint smoke curling from his fingers as his weaponized arm returned to its normal form. Rajesh stared in disbelief. "Dude, you're a robot?" Moments later, overwhelmed by shock, Rajesh fainted onto a lab table. Kavach stood perfectly still beside him. His internal systems hummed softly as he processed the event. Why protect a human? His original directives categorized humans as fragile and strategically inferior. But when Rajesh risked his life without hesitation, something in Kavach's decision-making matrix shifted. He hadn't calculated that move. He had chosen it. Nearby, Citrus's light blue eyes flickered anxiously, as if sensing that something far bigger than stolen papers had just changed inside the lab. Kavach reached out to Mayank. No answer. Of course not. Because right now Mayank and Lavanya weren't in human form. They were bikes. Futuristic bikes tearing through empty city streets like ghosts. Wind howled past them. Nothing else mattered. Meanwhile, Kavach stared at Rajesh, the kid who knew. He knows I'm not human. That thought twisted through his circuits. Not fear, just something cold. Then Mayank's voice crackled through his comms, sharp, irritated. You saved a human? Are you malfunctioning? We don't help them. But fine, since it's you, fix it. Scare him silent. Get the AI machine running and meet us at the new base we're building here. And Kavach, I've already called more AI units. The last breach failed. This time, they'll storm the lab properly and retrieve Arjun Mitra's papers. No mistakes. The call cut. Silence swallowed the room. Rajesh groaned, waking up just in time to hear Kavach's next words. Cold, metallic, stripped of warmth. I am war. I am death. Fighting me? Pointless. Rajesh's breath caught. Citrus was right. The lab lay wrecked. Sparks fizzed from broken consoles. And standing in the center, Kavach, unreadable, unstoppable. Humans don't rule here anymore, he said. Accept it or don't. It changes nothing. The future, a tangled mess, and somewhere beyond the city lights, more units like Kavach were already on their way. Game on.